My first experience at Joe Dispenza's event was Marco Island. And what I learned from that experience, because it was a whole experience itself, is to trust in perfect timing. Trust in perfect timing. Woo! Yes, that was it. And that is, so I'm going to go through the whole story, how I got into Joe Dispenza first. And then from there, how I was really to get in his event and everything what happened in the first event, right, in Marco Island. And so I had the first contact or experience about Joe Dispenza like 15 years ago, probably. And I had a beautiful conversation at work at my business with someone. And he mentioned Joe Dispenza, and we had this beautiful, deep conversation about meditation when he knew that I was into meditation since a very young age. So he told me, you should have tried this. And he brought me as a gift. So a CD, and in those times were CDs, so from Joe Dispenza. So I went home, I was super happy, and I just lay down to try this meditation. And it was, weird. So I couldn't. I didn't like the music. I didn't like the voice. We all know the voice from Joe Dispenza. Sorry, Joe. But I did learn, because he explains that about the voice, and is we have to overcome everything, right? And that helped me a lot, because I really learned to put out everything outside of me, the noises, the voices, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, right? Is the moment. So when you can overcome that, so you can really get into this space. So that was my first experience. So I was like, no, thank you. So I just put it aside at home, and yeah, didn't look at that again for many, many years. So 4 to 6 years, I don't know, passed. And then it was a Sunday, I saw a documentary or something the night before, and he was there, and I was like, oh, I saw him in YouTube, and I clicked in one of his videos. Wow. So every sentence that he will speak, it was speaking to me. And it was like opening ways, right? Every sentence, it was like, one thing was clear, one thing was answered. Everything made so much sense to me that it was 4 to 6 hours again that I was there, like submersed in everything. I ordered the books. I started reading like crazy. I got so excited that I am a teacher by nature. So I was buying these books to give it to people so they will read it, right? And as time passed, and in my business, it was all day his videos, and I used to deal with people that were sick. So that was interesting, because I will say, have you heard Joe Dispenza? So then from the books, I went to sending the ebooks to everybody. So I became eager with the work. I was meditating first all nights, and then I started doing mornings and night. And I think mornings and nights are the key, at least for me, because I feel like in the morning, I set up my day for success, right? So I remember early in the morning what I am creating, who I am becoming, who I want to be that day. What are the characteristics of my personality that I want to enhance and grow and feel, right? So then I have that intention, and I go out to the world, and yes, that's me. So, and it's my meditation that takes me there. So at night, it's very different. It's more an energy to detoxing from everything that came during the day. And I don't want to hold on until the next day. So I just let it go and let it go, and, and think about what I am creating. So it's all this beautiful process for me that makes sense twice a day. And there is more to that. I think I'm going to do another video about time, because I always thought I don't have time to do all of that, but time expands. And there's something that I learned through his work too is a construction from human beings, so it really doesn't exist. So what helped me to really add 2 extensive hours of meditation during my day, and I do everything I used to do, and I've been doing it for many, many years. When I was a mom, not full time, but my kids were at home, and I had to do so many things that were different, but doesn't matter how my situation of life has changed, the time has always adapted to what I was doing. But this is a whole other video. I'm sorry, I get excited with these topics. So going back to the first event. So I'm meditating all these years. I'm very excited with his work, giving the books away. And then one thing that was beautiful that happened during that time is when I was meditating at night, there was this horse, white, beautiful horse that will come, like pass through my meditations. And it was this white that was very bright, like it was so beautiful that I will call it my unicorn, right? I don't know. For me, it was a unicorn, and I truly believe unicorns exist. So it will come every time when I was meditating, not every day, but very often. And it gave me a lot of love, and I don't know, it was beautiful, the feeling that created in me. So my brother had a daughter at that time, and he and my sister-in-law, they brought her to the US so I can meet her, right? And when I was at the airport and I saw them and they gave me the baby in my arms, I hold this baby and it was my unicorn. Yeah. So it's magical because that unicorn never show up in my meditations again. And I am fine with that because Nati is there and I know it's the same. So she's my little unicorn. But yeah, so what I am mentioning this, just because I want that you get in touch with the beautiful synchronicities and, the connections that you start feeling when you are aware, when you really connect with your inner being, like things that are just magical are going to happen. I promise, right? So that was part of that time that I was getting ready for the first event. After that, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to an event. My intention was to expand, and go to the next level in all areas of my life. So I wanted to sign up for the event. I love the idea of going to Cancun. I think if you're gonna expand your life, there is no better place than at the beach in Cancun. And no, so I tried the first year and it didn't open to me. It was already sold out. So I have to try again the next year. Sold out again. So it's 2 years in a row now. And I really have this thought, like, I want that is Cancun, right? I want to expand my life in Cancun. And I couldn't believe I couldn't get into because I said, like, why? Like, I am doing the meditations, I do the work, right? Like, I'm reading all his books, like, I am supposed to be there. So that was my thought that was stopping me from being there. So that was the resistance in me. That was the pushing and trying to control how it's gonna be and where it's gonna be, right? So I was there for a little and I was like kind of, third year, I said, okay, I'm gonna try better, whatever. And no, I didn't get into that either. So I was like so frustrated until I went to the point that I said, okay, Monica, why? Why you really need to be at the event to be able to expand your life, right? Or to have a different experience, or do you want to see him in person? So what is what you are looking for? And then I said to myself, so if I really want to expand my life, I can expand my life, and I'm constantly expanding my life. So that is not the case. But it could be that I really wanted to have the experience to see him in person, right? And then I said, but if you think every night when I go to the fifth dimension, And there is so many people, including him, that are meditating, and in the fifth dimension or in any dimension that we go, the same space, we're all connected. And we're doing the same work. I truly believe I had experience to be with him already, right? And I let it go. And I said, okay, I'm fine. If I am not supposed to go, I'm not supposed to go. And, I'm fine. I do his work. I know his work. I really like it. And I let it go. And boom, COVID happened. And at the end almost of COVID, the first time that an event was open was in Marco Island. It was not Cancun. It was Marco Island, but I went into that and I got it. I was like ready at 10 a.m. And you should, if you're trying to get to an event, 10 a.m., ready to get into that in the computer. And but I had to let it go and trust in perfect timing. So when I went in, so I was super excited, but I had a new goal or new, things that I was manifesting at that time. One was I wish really deeply that I can have a beautiful conversation with Joe Dispenza. I love good conversations. That's what I love so much, the interviews with people, because it's like, wow, energy coming in, coming out, and you generate all this information together that, resonates to so many people. Like, I love it. So that was my dream. So that was one. Then I said, okay, if I'm going to go to the event, I'm going to manifest something, right? And I was watching the videos. There is the amazing videos that are testimonials. If you Google in YouTube, Joe Dispenza testimonials, 5 minutes videos where people tell their stories. And there was this lady that she manifested something. So I said, oh, how cool. I want to manifest something too. So my idea was to manifest a $2 bill, right? So I said, that sounds cool. It's not too common, but it could happen, whatever. I set up the intention to be with him and like have a conversation with him and to expand, right? So when I went there, it was pretty cool because first day, we are with all these people. And I learned never say never, because the first day there was this, people shaking in the meditations. There was people on the floor screaming. And I said, okay, I can get it shaking because, it's energy moving, and I shake many times when I do meditations. What takes me to tell you that idea that people see is the monk sitting, crossing the legs and quiet in a meditation, that's not meditation, right? It's like when you see the baby beautiful laughing, but the really baby is like the nights that you don't sleep and all of that. So it's the same with meditation, because in meditation, what I learned, at least the one that we do through this work, you need to move all that energy through your energy centers, right? So, and there is places where it gets stuck and you have to move your body with it to pressure so it can go up. So it's not like you are so quiet and so nice. So the first day I saw all of that and I was like, okay, I can get it shaking, but these people that are screaming, I said, yeah, I'm not getting there. Like, that's a little too much, right? For me. Okay, so we started the first day. And then the first day I met this lady, beautiful lady. She was going through cancer. And that night, after we are done with the event, I remember I dreamed with her. And when I dreamed with her, I saw myself and other people healing her. So next day when we saw us, I told her, you know what? You're going to heal. I think we heal you. And like if we were coming out from COVID, there was no healings in that event, no group healings. It was just like with pictures. So she said, I don't know, because there is not going to be healings, whatever. So day 2, day 3, day 4. And she calls me and she said, there is a group of advanced healers and other healers that are here. So they are going to be doing a healing event and I am included. So she invited me to go and we were there healing her. And that was really cool because it was magical too. I saw it in my dreams the first day. And again, I am telling you this because when you are there and you are in this environment and you do the work, like you are so connected that is beautiful. For me, it's the magic of knowing like life is beyond what we can see and what we can experience. You know, it's very beautiful. Anyways, so that was a cool part. So also the first night we go out to the beach. I was at the beach. And we walk barefoot, but when we are walking, there was a bar that was open, right? And then this lady says, oh, we should have a drink. And I'm like, a drink? We're like in a meditation event, so I don't think we are drinking. But she and another lady, they started to eat and drink something. So the other part of the group, we walk and we had an amazing time talking. So when we come back, they are checking out, right? Because they were waiting for us. And then, oh, sorry, I forgot to say that in this resort that we were in Marco Island, there was no cash allowed. It was all credit card payments, right? So when I saw that when we arrived, I was like, oh my gosh, like really, like I'm trying to manifest a $2 bill and that's not gonna happen here. But it was already set up in the universe. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna change. I'm just gonna trust that something is gonna happen. So going back to the night in the bar, like when we are walking at the beach. So when they are checking out, one of the ladies takes out her wallet and she wants to tip the guy, and she has like this, and they were all $2 bills. Yes. Ting, ting, ting. Manifested. And she didn't give me one, she gave me two when I told her the story, right? That I was trying to manifest. So that was so cool. And it was in the beginning, so I was very excited. You know, at that time, I was a lot into manifesting stuff. I think I am in another place right now, but I think when you get into the meditations and understanding how everything works in the beginning, you want to manifest, you want proofs, right, of what is going on out there. But anyways, I had my other wish, my other intention came true. So the other one, the dream that I had, so healing the person, was true as well. So that was super cool. Then comes the last day that we are in the middle of this huge room, 1,500 people, kind of. And then I feel this hurricane coming inside my body in the middle of the meditation. And I can just hear myself like, and it was me, the one that was screaming in the whole room. Do you remember in the beginning? I am not one of those ones. But it was so profound, so deep, so magical again. I think my word today is magical. But it was beautiful. I felt amazing. Like, and I remember after that, the person that was next to me, he just hugged me and said, you know, you were there. Like we all were trying to reach that place and I did it. Yes. So that was super cool too. After that, we go to dinner because it was the last day, right? And in the last day of dinner, so we are at this restaurant. Sorry, it's a little hot here. So we are at this restaurant, and when we are finishing dinner, we see Joe Dispenza coming out. And I am like, oh my gosh, that was my next dream, to talk to him, like really have a conversation with him. But when I am ready to go and say something, I see all these people like groupies, right, coming to him. And I'm like, oh no. Like I didn't feel it flew there, but I had a moment to take that decision, right? That I was between, I probably never gonna see him so close again. But at the same time, it was like this doesn't flow in the way that I imagine. Like I don't want to be like the groupie trying to get some attention, whatever. In my table though, there was this guy, Tom, that he wanted an interview with him. So I said, go and ask for your interview. He got it. He was super excited for his podcast. At that time, I was not doing a podcast. And yeah, so I let it go again, right? I had to let it go. And I said, okay, maybe one day. So next day, I'm ready to come back home. And in the airport, so I'm sitting there. And I look to the right, and there is he, Joe Dispenza, the same plane that I'm going. It's only 30 people in the whole plane because we are in COVID times. And we have this conversation. This beautiful, perfect conversation. And hug. Yes. Yes. It was perfect. It couldn't be better. However, I think if I will have gotten the little thing the night before, just because I wanted so badly to have that moment, I don't believe I will have been able to have this real moment. You have to trust, trust, trust. There is someone bigger than ourselves that knows our heart and our intentions. And it will make it happen if we don't interfere, people. I'm talking to myself. Anyways, so that was beautiful. So that was Marco Island for me. Uh, it is a bootcamp meditation. Remember that. There was a lot in my mind. Like, you know, that fight in your mind that you have. I remember when we had the 4 a.m. meditation, I was there and I was laying down on the floor, and I remember my mind going back and forth with like what I'm doing here, like what I'm really doing. And I was going like that until the moment that I said, okay, what time is it? And I remember trying to put my hand in my purse so I can see in my watch the time, or in my phone. And then there was a moment that I had to reach the phone or to let it go. And I let it go, and boom, I was in. And it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful meditation. So there is moments of, you know, going back and forth with your rational mind, and then there is moments that you just surrender. I'm just trying to find out if there is something more that I wanted to add to this. No, I think I covered everything. So I hope it was a good video for you if you are thinking to go to Joe Dispenza. I always say, and I said it in other videos, if you have watched my other videos, the energy in the room, when you have more than 1,000 people, 1,500, 1,800 people, elevating the energy in feelings of love, that is unique. And just for that moment, that goes beyond Joe Dispenza, you know, it goes beyond any little thing, beyond why you are there, if you need to heal or you are breaking up with your partner, whatever. Just to be in that energy, just to know how love it feels, how connected we all are, just for that is worth it. So that was me in Marco Island in my first experience with Joe Dispenza. Please like this video and subscribe. I am trying to reach right now 1,000 followers, and every 500 I give away a QHHT session where we get and open other dimensions and other lives with me. So if you would like to have one, and you know, to support this channel, please do subscribe and help me also to expand this message if someone is thinking to go or not go to an event. So maybe my experience can help to decide, because I will say, go, what are you waiting for? You know, our souls are adventurous. Our souls want experience. Go for it. Don't overthink it. If it's calling you, if you are ready, just go. Okay? So thank you again for spending time with me. My name is Monica, and you can find more information about me in the description. And if you have any ideas or anyone that could be super cool to interview, please let me know. I'm grateful for you, and see you in the next video.